Ah, my people, come close. Let me tell you a story that will make your heart beat like the talking drum on a dark, silent night. Our elders whisper this tale when the moon is full and the spirits walk among men. In a small village, hidden between thick forests and rolling hills, there lived a great priest, Dibia Okeke. Ah, this was no ordinary man. He was feared and respected, for he spoke with the gods and commanded the spirits. With his red beads around his neck and white chalk on his forehead, people from far and wide came to him for blessings, healing, and protection from the unseen. But my people, even the strongest man have his weakness. And for Okeke, that weakness was a woman. One fateful evening, as he walked by the riverbank after making sacrifices to the water spirits, he saw her, a woman so beautiful that even the moon seemed to shine brighter just to admire her. Her skin was smooth like fresh palm oil, and her eyes, they sparkled like stars trapped in a midnight sky. She stood by the water, humming a song that made the trees shiver and the river dance. Okeke was bewitched. "Who are you?" he asked, stepping closer. The woman turned and smiled, her white teeth gleaming. "I am Nena," she said in a voice as soft as evening wind. "Ah, my people, love is a dangerous thing when it blinds the eyes of wisdom." Okeke did not ask where she came from. He did not ask why she stood alone by the river at twilight, the time when spirits roam freely. He only knew he wanted her. So without consulting the gods, without asking the spirits for guidance, he married Nena and brought her home. For a time, everything was perfect. Nena was a good wife, obedient, kind, and mysteriously skilled in ways that no ordinary woman should be. She cooked the tastiest soups without firewood and fetched water without a calabash, and when she sang, the house itself seemed to hum along. But my people, trouble was coming. One night, Nena gave birth to a baby boy. A handsome child, strong like his father, with eyes as deep as the river. The village rejoiced, and Okeke felt like the gods had blessed him beyond measure. But then, strange things started happening. First, the river behind their house rose higher than ever before, even though it was the dry season. At night, the baby laughed in his sleep, but the laugh was not a child's laugh. It was deeper, older, not human. Then the whispers began. Old women murmured that Nena was not one of them, that she never attended village gatherings, that she never stepped foot into the market, and no one had ever seen her shadow. But Okeke ignored them. He was too deep in love, too blind to the truth, until one night, that fateful night, my people, Okeke woke up to the sound of soft singing, a tune that made the hairs on his body stand like a scared cat. He turned to his wife's side of the bed, empty. Fear gripped his heart like a python. He rushed outside, and there, under the full moon, he saw her. Nena. She was standing by the river, holding their baby, but she was no longer the woman he married. Her feet did not touch the ground. Her eyes glowed like fireflies trapped in darkness. And her skin, her skin was fading like mist in the morning sun. "Okeke," she whispered, her voice echoing like the wind through an empty shrine. "I did not belong to you. You took me from where I came from, but now I must return." She stretched out the child towards him, but before Okeke could take him, a hand, long and pale, rose from the river and grabbed the baby. The child laughed, and then, splash! He was gone. "No!" Okeke screamed, falling to his knees, but Nena only smiled, her beautiful, haunting smile. "My people do not forgive," she whispered. "I was never meant to be your wife. I was a spirit of the water, stolen from my home, and now you will suffer for your greed." Then, before Okeke's very eyes, she vanished into the river, leaving nothing but ripples on the surface. From that night, my people, Okeke was never the same. He roamed the village like a madman, calling out for his wife and child, staring at the river for hours, hoping, praying that she would return. But the spirits do not return what is theirs. They only take and take and take. And that, my people, is why we do not take what does not belong to us. Some things, some people, are not meant to be kept. The river always reclaims its own.